Right, yeah, the Oklahoma City Zoo, as we mentioned, have the Alligator Snapping Turtle hatchlings. I bet they're really cute. Jordan, what's going on out there?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, these guys are really cute, but they're a little vicious. It's such a cool situation they've got here. This is part of a Head Start program, so you get to come out and see these turtles when you come to the zoo, but it's a way that they are able to help protect them. I'm joined by Stephanie Hernandez. She is the senior caretaker for these animals. Stephanie, can you tell me about the Head Start program?
Yeah, so we are in partnership with Tishimingo Fish and Wildlife Services and Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation and Missouri State University. And these guys are part of a regional program to reintroduce these guys back to habitats they once used to live in. They are not endangered here in Oklahoma yet, but they are considered vulnerable. So this program is to head start these guys so that we don't have to put them on the endangered species.
Absolutely. It's all about protection. You guys got to see this. It kind of looks like a statue sitting here in the water. Oh my gosh, he just sits there. He's waiting for the fish to come so that he can eat them. Stephanie, can you explain their kind of hunting process?
So these guys will usually stay still and wait for food to come to them. They have a special tongue that has a little lure on it, so it usually brings fish to them. They're still learning how to do that properly, so you can see this guy is kind of moving around a lot, so the fish are kind of getting scared. But normally they'll find a nice comfy spot and just wait for fish to come to them.
So he's supposed to just sit there, but I think we can all relate to being a little impatient for dinner and kind of trying to jump ahead and grab what we can. So they're still learning. If you guys want to check them out, they're here at the Oklahoma City Zoo in the children's section. Such a cool thing to come out and see these turtles and what people need to know.
Yeah, so these guys are, people think that they're out competing fishermen for food, but these guys actually eat more of the weaker fish and fish that are on their way out, or actually dead fish that are just at the bottom of the lakes. So they're not out competing us for food. They're actually helping the lakes keep them nice and clean, and they're pretty slow, so we don't really want to bother them. If you see one, they have a very powerful jaw, so you really don't want to mess with them.
Absolutely. So you can come out to the zoo and take a good look at him over here. We showed you this guy earlier. He's kind of been the star of the show. Everyone else is a little camera shy, but he just sits there and he just waits for these little fish to come. They're supposed to come to him now. Really, he's supposed to be hiding a little bit better than he is, but he's a little guy right now. How old is he, Stephanie?
So this little guy is about 1.5 years now. Normally they would hide in murky water so the fish don't know they're there, but he's kind of just sitting out in the open. So while they're here with our partnership with Tishimingo Hatchery, they will learn how to be proper turtles. So eventually they'll learn how to catch fish, and so that when they get reintroduced back into the wild, when they're about 4 years old, they'll know how to get food, and they'll be able to survive, hopefully. And hopefully they'll be reintroduced to lakes that they once used to inhabit that they no longer live in right now.
And this guy is really small right now. They can grow up to around 200 pounds. They said in captivity they can be around like 220 pounds. So these guys are really, really tiny for how big they can get. But it's cold out, so we're not able to show you some of the full-grown ones that they have. But I mean, these guys are just so cool and really fun to watch. Even though they're not too active, they really just sit there and look around and wait for their food to come to them. Don't you wish it was like that, you guys? That you could just sit there and wait for your breakfast, just open your mouth and it would just show up? I mean, that's pretty cool. So if you guys want to come and check out these turtles, you can